What is up, legends? We are back. We are back in Street Fighter. So what we're gonna do today is we are going to talk about the overall build kind of sense of what you should have in Street Fighter to kind of like help you out. And I think I still see a lot of people. I'm looking on Twitter or Reddit and then the Discord, and I still see the problem with a lot of people when I look at people's accounts and I go and look at screenshots and everything else. People are still not understanding that the most important character in your team is your tank. The most important character in your team is your tank. The most important character in your team, say the third time, is your tank. And the reason why a lot of people are stuck right now is they look at the DPS characters, and yes, DPS is all great and everything else, but what happens when your tank dies? It don't mean a damn thing. You can have like evil Ryu at level 200 be a gangster, or Mad Ryu rather. When your tank dies, what Mad Ryu gonna do? He gonna tank? He gonna absorb something? Every time he attacks, he loses HP, so that doesn't mean anything. It's always going to be your tank, which this video is gonna help a lot of people out. Not because of tanks, because I already said that, but I'm reiterating that because I keep seeing people have these like squishy ass throwaway tanks in the front and be like, I got Zangief or Beast Zangief, when now you see what his scaling is and you know why you're getting ran the hell over. Because you saw one video of somebody cheesing with Beast Zangief doing his little twirl thing, which is good. But I want to reiterate to you guys, Beast Zangief is a balanced character, not a tank character. He don't have anything that tanks. Nothing. Nothing. None of his skills tank. So I see a lot of people like hanging on that, and that's the problem with wailing and then showing people a character and then say this works because no, it worked because you swiped your card, not because it actually was supposed to be there. That's what happened, and which is why I made the scaling video yesterday to kind of help people, because that was misinformation that was getting a lot of people frustrated, and I don't want people to get frustrated in the game just based off of bad information. So with that said, today's video what we're going to do is we're going to go on your second team. Now, in this game, there's not enough resources to have two teams. However, and there's definitely not enough resources to have three teams. So you got to pick, and it's according to whatever your summons went towards. Me, I got super lucky Lightning. Lightning was just whatever. I didn't plan for that. I didn't ask for that. But my account leaned towards Lightning, so that's what I went with. I was gonna lean towards whatever RNG gave me, and it was Lightning. Second to that, I got a little bit of love towards Wind, so I stuck with that. And of course, Chun-Li is actually Wind as well. And I was using Chun-Li to go along with my Lightning team and to go along with the actual the 4-2 aspect of the game. Now, I have Guy, I have Chun-Li, and I have Beast Zan, pretty much chilling right there. And that, that's an okay win team. But the reason why I'm telling you that is because what you can actually do. Now you see Beast Zan gets my throwaway gear. This was all throwaway gear from like other characters and stuff like that. And he ended up with that, so I didn't have to actually use any resources. Like, don't eat, like what I call eat, like is just throw this into another thing if you can, because you're gonna need other characters, other modes. Like, you're not gonna be able all the time to use the same 6 characters, because they're gonna get knocked out sooner or later in modes, unless you just, dip out real quick. But sometimes it don't work like that. Sometimes a character will die at the last second, then you win the fight, and you're like, well, damn. Like, that happens a lot in the trial, and then like in like Shadow and stuff like that. It sucks when that happens. But so you need backups. So what you can do is you can use the trickle down effect. Is once you start getting better gear, like like the yellow and orange gear and that type of stuff, you can start trickling it down to the other characters, which is what this is. That's why, like, this literally, I didn't actually gear any of this. This was gear left over stuff, and then I trickled it down right there. And that's how you essentially gear your second team, basically, without actually needing to pretty much do anything. Ken is just whatever. I'm just, because he's Ken and he's like my favorite Street Fighter, he just has that, but I'm not actually using him. And then we got C Viper right here, the same type of thing. Again, this is just all leftover gear, but if I need to get them in and to have them fight, then I could do that. The same thing, we got Cammy down right here and everything else, so on and so forth. So that is, you know, pretty much, you know, gearing your second character. You don't really need to use that much resources. Just use your trickle down gear on that and you should be fine. And then once you're at the point where all your main team that you're using is like, you know, you can't really gear them anymore like that, because you get to that point of like around 120 to 140, as long as you know, you're actively playing that game. You're gonna get to that point where you can't do much more besides get new gear and then start to trickle down effect all over again, you know, into other stuff like that. But don't eat your gear into other gear like that, especially in this type of game, because you're gonna need the characters, and there's gonna be modes coming in the future where you're gonna need multiple teams anyway. World bosses, some world bosses, it happens like once a month in China. I don't know if they're gonna do it here, but I'm giving you guys a heads up now, because it's probably gonna happen. I don't think Gore Magala, I don't think Gore uses the two team, but you do fight with all four characters out at the same time. So if you have a fourth character that's like a hero, like, you know, if it's Elena or Sakura or Fashion Sakura, start gearing them now, because they're going to be out in the Gore Magala fight. You got a heads up right now, and if they are like lame and got some lame gear on, they just going to get smashed, and then you just going to have three characters out there. So just a heads up that your healer is going to be out there too, or whoever you have support out there, you got to put some gear on them too. So next up is the interesting part of the video, which is going to be the title, and that is called stacking. So what is stacking? Stacking is basically when you use an unconventional team format that actually is kind of OP. Now, they do it a lot in China, and a lot of the team matchups, when you fight stuff in global in this game, you see it. And one of the more famous stacking lineups, which is super annoying, is Bison, Abel, Blanca, and Rose. Now, the reason why for this is, what do all those three, well, not all of them, but Bison pulls characters in. Abel has a shield, Blanca has a shield on whoever's weakest, and then you throw in what Rose does, which Rose kind of like confuses people, and I'll break down Rose really quick. Now, you see right here her super combo swings in, she gives crit up, she gives pressure up, and she gets accuracy and speed, and collecting the taros, which she throws out the taros, which, if you notice, the taros basically heal based off of a character being hit. So they actually proc even when the character is being shielded, even when the character is dodging and stuff like this. So if you're shielded plus the stupid tarot card is on, which is why those fights with Rose, when she has Abel or Blanca out there, that is the worst thing ever, because it's like triple mitigation. It sucks so bad. And a lot of people kind of get confused with her, because hers is more of a defensive type of healer, as you guys can see. And then you have the ability, again, when HP falls below 20% after this, the effect is triggered, HP back according to the percentage of the healing cannot exceed over 40. So you have a, I guess you could call that save from death type of mechanic, plus the shields going on, plus somebody who can AoE shield along with her, and that's a shield spec. And they do that in China, and it sucks, especially when the person has Goku. Oh, when I see Goku and Rose, I'm like, F you, dude. Because that's straight trolling right there. Like it takes so much just to kill that team, and you can actually essentially get away with that here, which is amazing. All PvE, as long as you have somebody who can actually offensively stack the damage, it's great. It's 100% great. Another combo that's pretty good, because Beast Zan is not good at defense, is Makoto and Beast Zan. Because what Makoto will do is Makoto will go, and matter of fact, I ain't even gonna, we not gonna just say it. I'm gonna show it. Let's go into Shadowloo City, because I haven't done it yet. My team properly set up? Let's find out. It is not. No. You out. Is this how I want to do this? I don't think, no, this isn't how I want to do this. I want to do it like that. There we go. All right, so I'm doing the second game. Calm down. AoE. No, we want to bring this over here. Do that to give it time. And we'll bring this in because I just got this today, and that was the third one, which is good. It's amazing too. It's kind of like self-explanatory, so I don't really got to explain that to you. Like it nukes everybody according to how much attack power you have in a team, and it does a fire damage over time. GG. All right, so here is what's considered, tank stacking. He's balanced, but he's still considered like a bruiser tank. And obviously the solo DPS in this team is Chun-Li. Chun-Li is basically there for the AoE, and she does have a good single target on the combo and everything else like that. So that's good. Her AoE sucks. I never use her AoE because she does spinning bird kick, and it's supposed to push, but it has bad pushback, so it pushes really slow. So all that does is just get her killed. Never use Chun-Li's AoE. Like, they need to buff it or something, or make it actually do AoE properly, but it is garbage. So with this build, what we're trying to do right now is, this is just straight up cheesing. Watch this. You can actually go a step further. So what I'm going to do is, so we got the heal, and then that brings in. So what that basically did is, I see them twice in a row. Now, let's see, what is this? Healing. We don't have an assassin, so let's be even more cheesy now. I'm gonna do this. I don't want him to be that close, because I do want them to necessarily be free. I want to get the heal off just in case Makoto gets hit. But we're gonna go into this, and actually, it's not gonna work. Can I do it this way? It might work this way. Yeah. Which means now I have no 3. That still might be fine. I would just have to bring in... No, it's just not gonna work. They're just not gonna let you get away with that. You can only get 2 AoEs off. All right. I was gonna be slick with it, but the game don't let you be slick with it. The game is like, bruh, we know what you're doing, bruh. They don't let you get away with it because, maybe I can get away with Chun-Li. Hold on. Because you should be able to get away with this. Even though hers is garbage. But you should be able to. Let's see if I can, though. Probably can't. Nah, it don't let you. They know exactly what I was gonna do. Because it just doesn't let you. You can do this in China, but it doesn't appear to allow me to do it here. Or maybe I need another character that can get away with it. So what I was gonna do is I was gonna put Zan and then put Guile's AoE behind it, but the system doesn't seem to want to let me do that. But that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, we'll just leave it that way. I was trying to be slick, y'all. The game was like, nope. Nope. We know what's about to happen. So we got the healing on. You see, he's still knocked down. And then Xander's drags everybody in. Friendly fighters, yes. And there is a ton of things like this in the game where it's called stacking. Now you can offensive stack too. Who do I want to play around with an offensive stack? I mean, I could just do this. Now, this is what's offensive stacking. This is going to probably get them hurt really bad, and I'm going to have to be careful. But offensive stacking is if you know that you specifically are fighting something that is squishy enough that you can get away with it. Don't do this on Dudley because you will get your whole team killed. And you need to burn quick, and you know that you can burn quick, and you have the characters to actually do this. Offensive stack works. It works really well with whale accounts because obviously they're whales, and that will actually allow them to actually push further than them using a traditional type of tank field. Now this, again, this is more for the whale aspect. We're early in this, so this is fine. So all I'm gonna do is just that's just mad Ryu right there. That's what essentially what he does. You can get away with that, but in a sense, I wasn't allowing the rest of my team to actually really do anything because Mad Ryu can just get away with that because he's a cheese ball. Gain attack each time you use a battle crystal. So I'm gonna let you see what happens when it just rocks normally. This is what he does. All right, so now you also have this form, which I will never do, but what you can also do is use healers. And Rose is really good for that because Rose has attack spam. So there's Elena and Bash is Sakura. So you can actually use healers too, and you can heal over stack if somebody is basically just, you know, being annoying and stuff like that. And that is pretty good also in defense. Along with the defense stack is actually good as well. So let me do this properly now. Stop playing around before I get them killed. Okay. Oh, he has the wrong combo on. Yeah, you got the wrong combo on. That's fine though. And that's stacking. Now in China, of course, stacking is fun as F. It's just a completely. I guess you could say that that's probably why they kind of like nerfed a little bit the whole the true damage path, because stacking is amazing. Oh, I forgot to actually. Did you not Adon? I forgot to actually put on the proper combo, but it's fine. So the last thing that we will go on, we'll take damage reduction. I'll come back to this in my own time. The last thing that we'll go on is friends. All right, so friends is important because let me put a set right here. because that's where your mercenaries come from. And if you don't have you need at least good leveled people on your list of friends to actually get mercies on. If you're stuck on the stage, like for whatever reason, like I'm on 1040 and everything else like that, maybe like this person, maybe Shiroshi who's stuck or wherever they're at, or maybe he's stuck on 12-9 or something like that, and it could bring in another character that's like their weakness, then you can actually, get by stuff. Now, me personally, I know it's Makoto right now that needs to be stronger defensively, and I could just bring in another tank that's stronger, maybe somebody that's 160 or something like that, and then I'll beat the stage at that point. It's really easy to kind of like get around that. You can only use the character once like that, but you get it back later on. Like they have 5 or 6 days that you have the character, but even that one stage that you need to get by so you can do 20 more stages after that, that's fine. That's completely fine. Also make sure, because this was a question, let me see, it's probably somebody like Biggs, no, not Biggs, like D-Vat, like, nah, I'm sorry, homie. He hasn't been here in 3 days. 1 day is fine. I'm fine with that. But 3 days, even 2 days is fine. Maybe they're busy. Like, I'm not gonna kick somebody off for 2 days, but 3 days, that you just haven't been here in 3 days, so you're not sending hearts. The person obviously isn't leveling. They're still account level 35. Something may have happened to them. It's unfortunate, but it's not really helping right now. So you got to remove them. So in order to actually do that, this was a question on there. You need to actually go to the character and then click up here, because it's not really intuitive. Like, it doesn't say anything. So you go and click right up here where I'm pinging right here. And then that brings us up and you click remove friend. Don't blacklist, because they didn't do anything, just removing them. So yeah. And then, then just, find people who are recent, who are actually playing, like this person is playing, so you can go ahead and not this person, this is all people that still from my list. Add. I don't have anybody to add, so you can just go ahead and just add somebody, who like, I get random people anyway because I'm a content creator, but you can reach out and chat and ask people, ask for strong people if they have any slots or something like that. You only need 2 or 3. Basically, you actually only really even need 1. Just need 1. Yeah. So the final thing I'll go on is the drama in the community, which is Bison. All right. So here's the thing. They're in a bad position when it comes to Bison, because Bison is in the pack. And I was saying this in Discord, a few Discords, that the problem with fixing him now, he's not supposed to work like that. He does not work like that in China, by the way. His nuke is not that strong in China. It's still good, and you can still make it good with proper gear and stuff like that, but not just coming out as base, like damn near immortal and stuff like that. And he just doesn't work like that in China. It's obvious again that this game didn't have testing, and this just got through. It got through. I'm pretty sure next maintenance that they have, they will fix that. Now here's what's gonna happen when that happens. People are going to bitch because they paid $100 for the pack. They're gonna have fake outrage, mad because their broke ass character got brought back in line with everything else. They're gonna feel like I got robbed because this is what I expected, and it's not on us because you introduced a broke character and stuff like that. And that is being spoiled at the end of the day. It just is. Because it's broken. We know it's broken. The devs know it's broken. The whole world knows it's broken. It was trending on Twitter how broken it was. For people who don't play gacha, this is why I don't play gacha, just pay to win. That makes gacha look bad. And I'm not gonna be sitting up here mad at the company and that selfish that I want to keep a broke ass character just for an unfair advantage. I'd rather gacha be respected. Like, I know that's a lot to ask because there's a lot of companies that just don't do respectable things, but I like it when it becomes mainstream, when it's like on Twitch and like content creators are like, damn, this game kind of good, because that's what people are doing for Street Fighter right now. If you guys didn't know, a lot of people who are not gacha fans, like maybe a lot of FGC people and stuff like this, are giving this game respect and saying it's actually a kind of fun game, a cool game. You can do strats, and then they see like the Chinese version, how cool the Chinese version is. So the game is getting respect. Bison is literally hurting the game right now. And that's why I say it was trending, because people were like really bashing the game. It's like, this is like gacha stuff. Like they're luring people in, and then watch, they're gonna nerf it, and then everybody like it's just ugly. And they have to fix it. They gotta fix it, because it just makes the game look bad, and it makes people not like the game. People are saying that exact stuff in the Google Play Store, and then people don't go and look up reality of the situation. They just see a bunch of people saying a certain thing, and then they jump on the fake outrage train. And it always happens. Just like people in Nikkei, when they can't see a character's butt, they start wilding, and I can't do content now. This is what I wanted to come in. I was expecting to see, but now I can't beat this boss because I'm traumatized, because I feel like I wasted my time. You think that sounds dumb as hell, but go look in the forums. Go look at Nikkei post. Go look at what them morons say. And I can't think that they're serious. I really think that they're trolling and just want to get their way, which they did. They got no coat Makima that looks even more ridiculous. And then like it just doesn't. I put her coat back on, to be honest, because she looked dumb. She looked like she cold, and she don't have any cakes. She got no butt whatsoever. I was like, this is what y'all were fighting for? This mid backside? like I can't, yo. I can't. Outrage culture is the most BS stuff, and it's gonna happen in Bison with Bison. I'm warning you guys. You guys are gonna see it. People are going to act like their whole life, like they got robbed. They had stock in a company, and somebody, like, they lost $1 million when this character gets fixed. Some YouTuber is gonna be somewhere. I don't know who it is, but they're gonna take advantage. They're like, worst gacha ever. The company did something so scummy. They faked in. They dragged everybody in, and everybody bought, by which everybody probably didn't. Probably like 30 to 40 people in the world, but well, maybe 100. We'll give them 100. But they're gonna make it like everybody bought Bison, and he got nerfed. And look, everybody got ripped off, and like they're just gonna keep saying everybody. They'll keep making it seem like everybody got Bison. It got ripped off, which a lot of people did because they re-rolled out the hell, but you ain't get ripped off. You just re-roll. You got free. So yeah, you just be quiet and understand that you got a whole bunch of progression for free, and they're gonna probably fix it. That you just got go away. That, like, you know it's broke. You know it's broke. Stop it. Don't be upvoting nobody on Reddit being dumb, because you're not helping. Like, I'm just warning you guys. This is why I'm spending time on this. That this is going to happen. This is going to happen. It's going to get nerfed. There's no way it's going to stay in the game like that, because they got way too much complaints. And when you get trending on Twitter because your game broke, that's embarrassing to a company. Companies don't like that stuff. And like, that's the one thing that a company be like when they get in a meeting in the morning, they'll pull up Twitter like, what the hell is this? And then all the devs be looking at each other like, well, you know, you didn't want to pay for testing, and like we didn't have a budget for testing and everything else like that. But damn that, fix this. That's the one thing that will piss a company off, and that's exactly what happened. You know, Crunchyroll ain't sitting there gonna be liking that. Crunchyroll like to be trending because of Mikasa in the swimsuit. Crunchyroll ain't trying to hear Bison busting. Crunchyroll sucks. They ain't trying to hear that. So it's getting nerfed. So don't nobody be out there shocked. All right, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace. Thank you, Legends, for getting to the end of the video. We do 3 to 4 videos every day. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be first in notification squad. I love everybody who stops by, and I will see you next video. Peace.